Hey everyone, I'm in Farming Simulator 22 and I'm going to show you how to pick up bales. So one option is to be walking along and then you go here, okay, if you go right up close to said bale, you will get an option here that allows you to pick up the object, which is B. And then you can be like the Hulk and go rah, and then walk it over to where you want it and dump it like B again. Now that is not very efficient, my friends. So there is a better way, which is what I'm going to show you here, but it costs some money. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go and hire a sort of special machine to pick these up. So I'm hitting the sort of screens button on my Xbox controller, and that will take me off to where I can buy stuff or hire stuff. And I need a tool. And what I'm looking for is a bale loader. Okay, so this is the bale loader here. And there are all sorts of different ones for different shapes, and there's trailers and all sorts of stuff here. But a rather cool one is this one here. You've also got to bear in mind what sort of shape bales you've got, because I've got these rectangular ones, so I want this one here. So this is for this specific shape of bale. You can see there's a little picture of a bale there. This one can hold round bales and rectangular bales, but this is what I want, one of these. So I hit the details and it says 14 bales, 3 tons, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to lease it because the total price of this is 64,000, which for picking up some bales sounds like a lot of money. So I'm going to lease it. So I hit the lease. It's going to cost me 3,264. Yeah, pick it up from the shop. Let's go for a drive, my friends. Let's go get my magic thing. I can't even remember what it was called. What was it, bale loader or something? So, are you playing Farming Simulator 22 at the minute? I guess so, because you're looking at bales. Now, this sort of was an area that confused me in the game, is how to bale stuff up. If you weren't sure on that, my previous video showed how to make them their straw bales. So if you're not sure about that, go and have a little look at the rest of my channel. I also show how to harvest the wheat and lots of other things. So as you get confused in the game, hit me up in the comments on my channel or on this video, and I will try to help you with future ones. My mission is to try and cover as much of this game as I can and help explain some of the many confusing things about how to play this rather beautiful but rather confusing game. The help system in this game is woefully inadequate. You know, I know you can do so much in this game, but then I suppose that's kind of good for me. I get to tell you about it as I learn it. I share the information with you, and in return you say, "Oh, thanks, man." And if you could do that in the comments, that would be much appreciated. Or let me know what you're confused about in the comments. Give us a thumbs up, that's good. If you want to be kept up to date with all my stuff, hit that subscribe button. That would be cool as well, much appreciated. Anyway, there is my special machine that we just leased. Alright, so we take my tractor, then you've got to reverse and attach it like so. And then drive, away we go. Okay, look at this. Now this baby will sort of suck up 14 bales for us, and then you could go and store it in a barn, but what I'm going to show you is where you can sell said bales as a little extra bonus. At the end of this video I will show you that as well. We will drive off and make some money with our bales. Now bales are not going to make you excuse me, that rich. They are indeed worth about, I think it was about 80 bucks or whatever you've got your currency set to per bale. So, you know, you're going to get a little bit of money for them, but it's certainly not going to make you rich. But hey, it's better than throwing it away and ploughing it back into the field. You can also use the straw for other things like your animals if you start having animals on your farm. So you can use it there as well. Right, we are nearly back. Now, a little tip for this is if you can, while you're harvesting the field, try and do straight lines as you are making your bales, and that makes picking them up a bit easier. You'll see how this works though in just a second. So I've got a couple of bales there. So we will stop here and I'll show you how this works. We hold down LB to access this, and we'll say we need operating position. So we hit X. Look at that, man. And we're good. We're good. So now we just go forwards, and you've got to aim that bit round your bale, and check this out. Yeah. How cool is that? And then we do the same here. Let me zoom in so you can see the little track. Look at that, man. How cool is that? That's what I love about this game. You just start seeing these crazy things and you think, that is wicked. That was well worth hiring just to see it do that. It's far more exciting than seeing my farmer dude pick it up, doesn't it? Even though he looked rock hard picking it up. So you just sort of got to drive along, pick a, excuse me, a camera angle that works well for sort of getting in line. But you can see if they're sporadically spaced out, that makes it a bit more of a problem. But, you know, we can sort of sort of do it all right. It's fairly happy to... Oh, flicked it up there. That bit of a trick shot there. Look at that. Birdie there. So, sort of down by the speedo, you can see how much capacity we've got in this machine at the minute. So we're up to 8 bales. Oh, he's flying. So you see, it's a fairly fun and relatively easy to do. I think you can do it. Oh no, it doesn't like it if you go like 30 miles an hour with the bale. It's steady, not quite that quick. Oh, it gets grumpy. So we're up to 12, I think. Is that 12? No, that was 11. I thought that one hadn't counted that it collected. So we're nearly full. Look at this. Exciting, nearly full. Okay, and then we'll come back here and get this last one. And then obviously at this point you're like, but man, I'm out of storage. So you could go and stick them in a barn, or you could sell them. So what if we wanted to sell them? What do we do? Well, let's move this to the transporting position. We don't really want to try and pick up a car with our baler, do we? So, our baling collector or whatever it is. And then at this point we need to think, well, we've got to sell them to somewhere. So where do we sell them? Well, to do this, if you hit your menu button on your controller, sometimes it'll do a save as we come into this area. And then this screen here, the prices, what you want to look for is, if you go down, this is straw that we've got, and there's two options, Animal Dealer or South Valley Biomass Energy. Animal Dealer is the best here, so I'll show that here. And if we have a little look, taken here on our map, this is where we've got to drive to dump these off, and that's what I'm going to do here just to finish up this video. So we're going to go there. Look, we get the big old super duper laser guided sort of system there. Wouldn't that be great in real life if your sat nav did that, or your GPS, man? Is that what you call it in America? We call it sat nav in England. I don't know what accent that was. Boy, in England, yes. In England, it is the sat nav. I think, man, it's more like GPS in America. Is that right? I don't know. Sorry, Americans. I know that was a terrible accent. Terrible. I love you guys. Love you guys, man. I love lots of guys. Do you know what I love about YouTube is the amount of different countries that sees this stuff. I see Australia. Australia picks up my stuff. South Africa sometimes picks up my stuff a little bit. And that's it for my accents. I can do a few more, but not many. But I love you all, man. I love you guys. Say hello. If you're in a different country, say hello. If you're in England, say hello. I don't really care. Hit me up with some random stuff in the comments. That would be cool. Anyway, we got our little trailer. It's full of all the hay. Is it hay or is it straw? This is straw. Straw, man. And then we're going to go there. If you want, you can do, what is it called? LBRB, and then press B, and you can toggle cruise control. Hey! Talk about impatient. Can you believe the cheek of some people? I've never seen anyone try and take out a tractor like that. Yeah, so LBRB plus B equals the cruise control, which is quite handy now. I don't have to really press anything. I could have set a worker to transport this over here, but what would the fun of that be? You know, so we do this here. And then if you want to turn off your cruise control, you just hit LT to decelerate. Decelerate. Here we go. Boom. And then we just got a poodle in here, like this. And you've got to get it to a position where it can unload nicely. And this one's a bit weird because it doesn't give you any hint. But once you're in that sort of, in the magic zone, you hit LB and you get this option to say unload bales. So you hit Y. Oh ho ho. And here you go. Watch the money, top right. Are you ready? Check how much we're going to get. So here it says what you want to do. I'm still holding down LB, and then I hit Y to unload the bales. I'm rich, man! I made 1,327 from my bales. And that's why I didn't hire this or buy this thing for so much money, because I don't make that much money from it. Anyway, when you're ready to come out of here, hold down LB again and hit operating position. Operating position. It's in position for the operating. And it's still not right. So we'll just drive forward a bit. Why does it not come back up? Let's press X again. Oh no. transport position, press X again. There, we're not going to take out the cars. That is it, my friends. That is how you pick up lots of bales and take them away and sell them. Now, thumbs up, please. Much appreciated. Any comments, very welcome. Did I miss anything? Probably. If I did, let me know. If it's worth another video, I might do you another video as a little thank you for pointing it out. If you like this little sort of stuff, have a little look at the rest of my channel. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and that'll keep you up to date with all my latest stuff. Thanks so much for watching.